Welcome. I'm going to say welcome, my disciples. Am I allowed to say that? Is disciples another word for followers? I think it is. So welcome everybody. It's Phil Beckwith, the professional painter and decorator. If you're watching this, you're on YouTube. If you're watching this, you're obviously wanting to know how to change a pump on a Graco. These are the ProXchange, I'll say quick release, let's use the word quick release, pump systems that you get on the GXff GX21. I believe if you're in America, a GXff will be a GX19, but they've got a quick release pump system. Same sort of principle works on my other sprayer, which is the, oh, it's lovely, it's lovely. There's a video there. The Graco 495 ST Max 2. Oh, all singing, all dancing. It's lovely. That is a really nice bit of kit. But today I'm going to show you how you change one of these on a GXff, which is the same. It's the same principle as a GX21. So without further ado, I'm going to try and angle the camera to show you my bit of kit. So see you in a moment. Hello, you can see me. I'm hoping that this camera angle explains it enough. So we've got a GXff. You get the idea. It's got a hopper. Now, first things first, health and safety. Make sure you've got it all turned off, because we don't want anybody getting electrocuted. So my system is all unplugged. If you're in the UK, you know what one of these are. If you're anywhere else in the world, you might know what that is. In Cyprus, in America, you're going to think that is huge. In the rest of Europe, you're going to think that is huge. But that's what our plugs are. It's a 240 volt system. You can get these with a contractor's building site 110 adapter. I don't think I've got, hold on, wait there. You can get them with that sort of adapter for a 110, but because I work a lot of domestic, it'll be 240 for me. Kicking that out of the way. Right, let's get on with this. The best thing to do is, if I can do it without breaking the table, you want to be taking this hopper off. So unscrew it off the nut there. So just unscrew the hopper and slide it off. Now, if you've followed me on videos before, you can leave it attached. If you've followed me on videos before, I've always said, when you get threads like this, always put Vaseline on them, because it makes it so much easier when you come to do any maintenance and you need to unscrew anything. So here we are. The pump, which, let's get it out. The pump I've got in this packet is my old one. That is one that has seen better days. It's just there, right? You can see that. Now, it's under this housing. Right, so we've got this down. We've got that all the way down, and that lifts forward, showing you electrics. Now you see there's a bit of a nut thing there. Loosen that off. Don't get it all the way out, just loosen it. I've got mine loose because Vaselined up, it comes off easy. Now there's two pin pegs there. Again, because I've Vaselined them up, that lifts off quite easy. And it is lifting the mechanism out. There we go, brilliant. We're out. Once you've got that out, start undoing that fully. Now, I told you to undo it while it was still on the unit, because you've got that resistance to actually undo it nicely. And there we go. It's coming and it's out. Now, this gives you the opportunity to clean it all out. Don't lose that. That's that special washer that goes into there first. So I'm going to keep that safe. Just going to leave it there. Very difficult one-handed. So We look in there, we see how clean it is. Can you see that? Make sure there's no paint build up in there. We can clean it out if needs be. The ball bearing is in there as well, I hope. Yeah, I can hear the ball bearing about. Now, let's try and wedge that. Now let's have a look at the pump. Now, as I said, I make sure these are Vaselined. Now, you'll see that slides up and down. Let's pull it out. There you go. Now this is, I think this is what they'll call a packer kit. So these are where all your packers are. It goes to plastic, if I can get them out. These last plastic. I'll put these down here, and then there's a brass one I can get out dead easy just there. Now underneath that brass one, I'll just carefully take it out, there's a bit of wadding. Now what I like to do, if you're exchanging it for a new pump, you just put a new one in, but if you're not, if you're wanting to clean your pump, I think you'll just see there's another plastic one in there that I don't want to get out because it's tight, but I like to give these a bit of a clean. I spray a little bit of cleaning solution, lubricant, just round it, slide it back in, and I reassemble it. Goes a brass, got a brass, a plastic, a rubber, a plastic, a rubber, and then two plastics on top. Now if you feel you're a bit tight, I've just put a bit of me lubrication on it just to slide them back in, push them down gently. Don't be screaming at this camera now saying, oh, you've got all that spray around it, and when it mixes with your paint, before I come to actually use this again, I will actually clean it out with water and some solution. So we're pushing those in, they're all in. So we're now going to put it back together. We're putting the shaft in. I like to put a bit of Vaseline on that. Just to aid it and guide it in. Push it in, and that goes in nicely. And now we're going to put it back together, put that special O-ring on there. We're going to make sure we clean, there's no debris in that, we've cleaned that out, and slide that in to place. Now your threads aren't anywhere near where the thread should be, so just push it down until it's starting to line up, and then you can start tightening that up. You can actually tighten it up while it's off the machine. Now I'm going to put a little bit of Vaseline back around that thread before it gets nipped up, just so there's no paint that can get round there to then stick it for the future. That goes in lovely, look. I'm going to go till it's tight, but not too tight. Yeah, it's tight enough. Right, that now needs to go back into place. Pull the shaft down if you needs be. To get it to the length you want. Once it's there, slide it all back in. Give it a little bit of a tap on that plastic if you need to be. Around the aluminium, it just drops in. Now if you've already Vaseline these like I have, that'll go in lovely. Now that's in place, it's held in place. We've tightened up the nut on the actual pump. We're now putting the black back into place, sliding it up to lock it. We're going to flip it over because it's a bit awkward to there. We're going to bring the hopper back into play. Make sure you've not got a twist or a kink on your priming pipe. It's nicely sitting. Tell you what, let's put a bit more Vaseline on there, just around the outside. Put it on, tighten it up, and we're nearly away you go. So that is how you swap a quick exchange pump. Now let's just see if that sounds a bit better. Now I've put a little bit of lubrication on it. Right, so we've got it now. We're going to plug it in and let's see how we go. Hopefully with a bit of lubrication in it, it should sound quite sweet. Right, turn it off. I would actually say that's a bit of a success. Listen. That's a lot better. Now, when I took all those packers out, if they were clogged up with paint or you could see a little bit of residue of paint, it's always a good idea just to clean them off. Get some warm water on it, get some, even some thinners, you know, some cellulose thinners, just clean them all off. Just be careful of that rubber gasket. When you put them all back together, I've just used a bit of clean it. Well, I mean, what does this do? It's all-purpose spray, like a WD. I've not put too much on, but it's enough to get everything in. But that has... that's actually made that machine sound really quite sweet now. So I'm really happy with that. Hope that's helped you, and I'll see you on the next one. And there's some videos there. Please watch.